but the reality of the society or the reality of these people who get loving pleased is that the moment you get into trouble, they would be the first ones to run away, leaving you in trouble. And that is the point when you actually realize that who were these people whom you were pleasing? Why were you pleasing them? For this situation, for this time, that the moment we will land into the problem, they will run away. Trust me, this is the reality. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am CS Jaspreet. Welcome back to another special fun Saturday video. I hope you all are enjoying your weekends and getting ready for a productive week ahead. Today in this video, we will talk about 5 habits that everyone should develop to get a good mental health. But before that, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Jaspreet. I make videos for CA, CS, CMA students as well as members. I post a motivational video on Monday, a tips tricks video on Wednesday, and a fun video on Saturday like this one. So let's get started with the video. What do you mean by mental health? Mental health means that how do you feel about people, about surroundings? Are you happy inside as well? That is something we all need to achieve in our daily lives. We all are busy in doing our daily routine works, our household chores or our office duties, but do we have mental peace? This is a question that we need to ask ourselves daily. And today I'll be telling you 5 habits with which you can develop a good mental health. At least if not till 100%, you should have 80% of good mental health, and you should practice these habits daily. Eventually, when you will completely develop these habits, they will really pay you and you will attain an ultimate mental peace. First habit, learn to say no. Now, we are always being taught to help others, to look after others, to take care of others, or if someone is asking for help, just go and help them, which is definitely a very good habit and we all should have that, but to a limit, right? There shouldn't be any point, there shouldn't be anything that you can't say no to. There is no single person who feels comfortable in all the things around him. No, there are things which make us uncomfortable as well. There are things that we really don't want to do, and those things need a strong no from us. And we all should know that no is not a word, it is a statement. If someone says no, just take it as a no. Don't take it as a maybe, or maybe that person will do for us this thing later. No. And one should learn how to say it. If you don't want to do anything that is particular, or if you don't want to help someone, or if you don't want to get involved with someone, just simply say no. This is the first thing or the first habit that we all should inculcate. I think these are the lessons that should be included in our education system also. We were never taught all these things in schools, but I believe we should have. Every child should be taught on how to deal with situations in life, how to deal with problems, how to just say no. One no can save you from many problems that happen after doing that thing that is not what you wanted to do. You know, many a times, we want to say no, but we couldn't because of, undue influence of the relationship or some XYZ factors. And then after that, we keep on getting irritated, we keep on getting annoyed. And what is then? What is next? Nothing. We are affecting ourselves. We start torturing our mental health and we don't think about ourselves, but we would have saved ourselves from all this torture by simply saying no. So learn to say no, right? So just think about it. If you think that I really don't want to do this thing, or I really don't want to, help this person or talk to this person or get involved in any situation, just say no. That is the best thing to be upright. That is the best thing to do, right? And your no should be loud and clear so that the other person gets to know that this person doesn't want to do a thing. We all hesitate to say no, but we should say no. By saying one no, you will save yourself from a lot of torture, from a lot of mental instability that you would be saying after saying yes. So all of you learn to say no to the things that you don't want to do. Second, stop people pleasing. I think again, we all are being taught to just please people, to just be the way other people want us to be, do the things other people want us to do. We are always taught that people pleasing is a good thing. But according to me, people pleasing is the most toxic habit that, we all try to inculcate right from the childhood in the kids or in the children, which is not right. Nobody, not a single person will come up and tell you that don't people please. On the other hand, people love to get pleased. You will find multiple people who just love to get pleased. But the same people who love getting pleased, after a point, will treat you like a doormat and nothing more than that. What is the sole purpose of people pleasing, or why do people like to please others? Because they have this thinking that the people we are pleasing are just the same as we are. Today when they are in difficulty, we are helping them. Tomorrow when we will land in any difficulty, they will also help us. But the reality of the society, or the reality of these people who get loving pleased, is that the moment you get into trouble, they would be the first ones to run away, leaving you in trouble. And that is the point when you actually realize that who were these people whom you were pleasing? Why were you pleasing them? For this situation, for this time, that the moment we will land into the problem, they will run away. Trust me, this is the reality. They will be the first ones to do something good for someone, or you please someone. What do you think? That they will remain pleased by you the whole of their lives? Or what do you think? They will remember your good deeds? No. There are only, I believe there are only 10 to 20% of people who in reality, if you please them, remember the good that you did for them. Other 80% are the people who just love being pleased. And then after a point, they will start treating you like a doormat. And once you land into trouble, will seek for their help. You will just expect that today, when I am in trouble, they will help me. No, they will never help you. They will go to some other person who starts pleasing them, because that is their nature. They just love being pleased. They don't know how to return the favor of a person who does good for them. They don't know how to be good or how to return the good deeds of a person. They just know to get pleased and then forget what good that person did for you. So the biggest lesson we all should know is stop people pleasing. You're not a pizza. Third, choose your fights, or I would say ignorance is the best at times. You know what? Don't pick fights with each and every person. That is not the right way to get that healthy mental stability. If you'll fight with every second person, how will you achieve that mentally healthy state of mind? You will never able to do that. So always remember this. Always choose your fights. Of course, I'm not saying to ignore the injustice. I'm not saying to ignore the wrongs done to you. But I'm just saying, for example, there are people who will always come up and give you like unwanted advices. And what happens that sometimes we get irritated, we get annoyed that why are they always coming up and guiding us and directing us without knowing what situations we are facing, without knowing what problems we are facing, but they just come up and give their unwanted advices. So I'm just saying, don't fight with such people. Such people are actually no harm to you as such physically. They just have that habit of giving unwanted advices to everyone. So one thing that you can do is just ignore, pass a smile and leave the place. That is the best way. And like this, you will find many number of people who just need your ignorance. You just need not fight with them, because that is what they need. Right? Sometimes some people just love to poke you, they love to provoke you. What do they want from you is a fight. They want to create that scene and try to show the world, oh my God, this person is such, this person is like that, he or she behaves like that, and I am such a good person, I was only giving advices. But learn the difference between giving advices and provoking other person. So when you understand that this person has this habit of provoking you, what you can do is just ignore that person. Don't let that person provoke you. Ignore that person and just pass a smile and ignore that person. That is their best reply. And by saying that, of course, I'm not saying to ignore any kind of injustice or any kind of wrong done to you. Like that, choose your fights, pick your fights, decide on what point I'm going to fight. What is my limit? Fourth, cut off toxic or narcissist people from your life. Now, what do you mean by toxic or narcissist people? In simple words, they are those people in your life, they are the actual problem creators or the drama creators in your life. Till the time you tolerate their drama, you are good, you are sincere, you are very likable by them. Once you stand up against them, once you speak up against them that I am not the problem, they are the problem, they will start playing a victim card. Either they'll start crying or they'll start proving the world that we are the victims, we are the ones with whom wrong is done. So they are the narcissist people. They create the dramas, they create the problems in other person's life, and till that person tolerates that drama, that person is good. The moment that person speaks up against this drama and speaks up against these people, that person suddenly becomes like a devil and they become like someone who's being, victim of the situation, irrespective of the fact that they were the ones at the first place creating all these mess, right? So I would just say that cut off such people. As soon as you will cut off such people, you will, experience that mental peace in your life. Fifth and most important thing, do the things you love to do. Always follow your hobbies, always do whatever you love to do, whether it's dancing, reading, singing, whatever, cooking, whatever you like to do, just do that for that, mental happiness, for that mental satisfaction, because that is something very important. And do this on daily basis. Just do this one hobby that you think that this makes me happy, so do this daily. That does not mean that you have to give like whole day to that or 1 or 2 hours to that. Just spending 10 to 15 minutes also for the things you love, doing the things you love, will make you happy inside out, and that is what we are living for. In a world in which we all are driven by technologies, in a world in which we are so busy on our social media, we need to look after our mental health. It's getting affected day by day, and on the top of it, there are certain people in our lives who create mess with our mental health. So make sure you are preventing yourself, make sure you are keeping your mental health happy for your loved ones, because they are the ones who need you, they are the ones who want you to be happy. So do follow these 5 habits to develop your good mental health. If you liked the video, found it informative, do hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you have not done it yet. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest and LinkedIn. All the links will be in the description box below. Bye.